Hello and welcome to my Joey Sewy channel, and welcome to Sewing Central. On this channel we talk about sewing, styling and self-care, and today it's all about the fabric. So we're on day 3 of Me Made May, day 3, and I'm here again. Hello. And we're just taking a break from the wardrobe audit, but I hope if you're following along with me that you have been considering what is in your wardrobe and what you like and why you love what you love, and maybe also if you have got some of those things that you don't like so much, what is it about them? Is it the fabric's wrong? Is it the shape's wrong? Is it the colour's wrong? And over this month we're going to develop together a strong sense of what we love, and I'll be talking to you about my style journey and what I love in the context of Me Made May and sewing. Now today is one of those days at the moment where I'm not wearing any Me Mades. This is the pink top that I pulled out of my wardrobe last minute in the last video, because I was like, I haven't got any pink, I need pink, and I pulled it out and I was like, yeah, once I wanted to wear it, so I left it out of the wardrobe, and today I'm wearing it, but it's not Me Made. So I am wearing a lovely love brooch, from Tatty Devine, and I love Tatty Devine stuff. This is by I can't speak today. This is by a designer called Morag Myers-Koff, I think is her name. And you can still get that if you want that online, but it's one of my favourite brooches and I really like putting it at the neckline. So that's my Me Made touch for the day. That's what I'm going to claim that as. And if you're like, get away, that's not Me Made, then you need to watch the previous videos because I'm calling it as Me Made. But let's be real, I didn't sew anything on my body today, but I might get changed because the weather is changeable. I am here with all the words, but actually I am here to talk about fabric. Oh yes. So a couple of weeks ago now, I had a weekday with no work. Probably had some admin to do, but I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do something else. So I set off intending, I don't have any local fabric shops. The nearest one is about 50 minutes drive away. There's only one in that town, and the other ones are kind of like 2 hours away, but I had a whole day. So I set off intending to go to First for Fabrics in Whitley Bay, which is basically literally the other side of the country, but also one of my closest fabric shops. That's what it's like around here. I don't love shopping for fabric online, but sometimes you have to, but I don't really love it because you can't feel the fabric, stroke of the fabric. You can't flop the fabric, and fabric shops have got so much better in recent years at showing you all those things, but you still don't really know. So I prefer to go in person, and so I was trying to go in person. This is a long story because what happened was I know my way to this shop. I went the wrong way, and by the time I realized I'd gone the wrong way, it was going to take me so long to course correct, to get back. I had to be back to pick up from school, and I didn't have time to do that anymore. So instead I went to my closest shop, which is, as I say, still 50 minutes away, that I don't normally think of going to, and I should think of going to it more because I found all of these amazing fabrics, really good stuff. It's not a cheap store, but then do I want cheap fabrics or do I want fabrics that I love? You know, if it could be both, that's nice, but I'd rather have fabrics that I love than just cheap fabrics that are a bit meh. So I was super glad that I went to Just Sew in Penrith, and if you are anywhere near the lakes, you may be coming here on holiday, you never know, I would really recommend Just Sew in Penrith. They're not a huge store, but they do have good fabrics, and that's what we're going to talk about. Before that, so later in the month, I'm going to do another video, at least one more, about fabric, because I have also been trying to find red fabric. Red is I love red, but it's a really difficult colour for me to shop for because anything that's an orange red is an absolute no. Doesn't look good on me. Anything that's a blue based red is great. Get it wrong and I really don't like it. I'm a very picky person sometimes, and also it makes a difference to how I feel it looks. Get it right and it's amazing. So I've been trying to do that online. I had a look for red. There wasn't any red in Just So. So what did I get? Get on with it, Jo. I got 5 fabrics. I wasn't looking for anything in particular. I needed a day. I needed a reset day. I'm going to show you that one last, actually, having shown you it already. Let's start with this one. So this is, I think it's a linen blend. I've already cut from it, so it's going to be quite hard, and I folded it up neatly. But it's like this tie-dye effect, and it's a denim blue, like a really good denim blue is the dark blue. It's not coming through. And then inside, so the relief of it, if you like, is kind of, some of it's white going towards white, and some of it's a bit lilac-y pink, kind of not dissimilar to this actually, but in there, and it's so lovely. And what I had in mind, even though I didn't have a super strict plan of what I wanted to buy, which is not how I should shop, but I wanted to find something for the Samara pants by Itch to Stitch. These are really, really wide leg trousers, and there's a really good video by Lifting Pins and Needles by, oh, what's her name? I cannot remember her name. There's a really good video by the channel Lifting Pins and Needles about making these pants, which I watched. And Itch to Stitch are not a pattern company that I had sewed with before. I have actually done one other pattern before this one in April, which I'll show you in another video, and that worked out really well. So I thought, I'm going to give it a go. I love wide leg pants. They're great for my body. So this fabric, which is like a linen blend, and the main criteria for it was that it's really, I'm trying to put that down, really floppy, really floaty, really fluid, because if you're going to have trousers that wide, unless you're going for a particularly like rigid look, you need something that has got all the drape. And I'm avoiding unfolding this because it's actually lots of bits. So I've already cut out the trousers, and why didn't I just pick those up? I don't know. That's right. Okay, I've already cut out the trousers. Sorry if there's any crinkle. But here are the trousers. I haven't done any sewing of them yet, but there are the trousers. I'm really pleased with the fabric. Obviously, it's been pre-washed, but this is really floaty fabric. So even though there's a massive volume of fabric, you need like nearly 2.5 meters for the trousers. Even though there's a massive volume of fabric, it won't look massive on my body. It will just look fluid, is the idea. And I do have some ready to wear super wide jeans that work really well on my body, that are like really wide but also really floppy. And when I had finished cutting out, I got a long thin strip. So I last night downloaded another Itch to Stitch pattern, because I'm their newest biggest fan, because I'm going to make this top to make a co-ord set. Oh, get me. Don't know why I said that, but I thought, oh yeah, I could. I'm not into jumpsuits at the moment because they're too hard to get out of, but I love how a jumpsuit looks. So this would be like a secret jumpsuit that I could either, when it's really hot, I can wear it sleeveless, and when it's not really hot, I could put one of my many collared shirts underneath it, see yesterday's video, or a white t-shirt. So I'm really excited that I have got bonus top out of this fabric, because there was this long thin, and the reason why I chose this was because it's got panels. So the front has got a front and a side, and the back has got a center and a side. So from my long piece, I can piece it together. Fingers crossed, because I haven't tried cutting it out yet. I might try that later today, but that is the plan. So beautiful sort of tie-dye linen. Next, I was on a bit of a trouser thing, although you see, I love making trousers, but I haven't had the best luck with trousers in recent years. The fit is what it is. Making it is no problem, but the fit I've struggled and struggled with. I've been on 2 different trouser making courses and not had a satisfactory outcome from either of them. So I'm still trying, because also shop bought trousers are really tough for me. Maybe I'm just too picky. That is possibly a thing. Anyway, I got this with trousers in mind. So I'm calling this Summer Black because it is like a very dark grey. If you hold this against black, it definitely doesn't look black. If you hold it without black, then it kind of looks black. So I'm calling it a very dark grey. with the beautiful pinstripe through it. It is another linen blend. It's not as fluid as the other one, so I wouldn't do the Samara trousers out of this. I'd do something wide-legged but a little bit more tailored, and also I'd quite like them for work rather than for, or at least suitable for work. Actually, do you know what? The Samara trousers would be fine for work too, but I want more of a tailored look. And I don't have any. I have one pair of black trousers I don't really love wearing. I prefer something that's not quite completely black, which you will find ironic if you watched yesterday's video with the amount of black and white tops there are in my life. But in terms of the bottoms, actual black, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's cat hairs. The cat hairs is definitely a thing. So I got that. And my thoughts are potentially the Closet Core Patterns Jenny trousers, because I have the pattern and it's the one that has been closest to working for me in the past. But there are quite a lot of wide leg trousers out there. The one thing I don't want is pleats at the front, which cuts out a lot of trouser patterns, because it's the fashion at the moment amongst the young folk, amongst everybody, to have pleats at the front. I love how that looks, but it doesn't work on my body. So I absolutely love that style, but it's not for me. So I need a pattern where it's flat fronted. Don't mind gathers at the back if it needs to be, and often that helps with fit, but definitely flat fronted, not too much detail around the hip, even though I love I love like a cargo pocket. I'm not going to wear it. I really like patched pockets. I'm not going to wear it. So it cuts out quite a lot of patterns, but that's what I'm searching for. Next fabric. It's pink and it's leopard print and it's got red on it. Oh my God. I saw this. I was so excited. Can you tell? It's amazing. So the pink is a blue based pink. I mean, it's really similar, isn't it? I have not held these two together, but they are really similar. And the red is also just okay. It's like a proper red. It doesn't go into orange, and because it's next to the pink, it kind of gets more blued from that. I know what I mean. Honestly, red, love red. It's a nightmare. I've already said that once today. So I think I got like 2 and a bit meters for this. I did keep the receipt, but I don't know where it is now. Yep, don't know where that is. It's not a satin. So again, if you saw my video yesterday, you will have seen how I'm really liking not oversized, but loose fitting tops. And this is definitely going to be a top. I mean, it would make some amazing Samara trousers, but I think that pattern on my bottom half would be too much like, look at my bottom half. And that's not normally how I like to dress my body. So I have played with the idea of the Samara trousers, and they would look incredible, but I don't think it's for me with this pattern. I think this is going to be a blouse of some kind. And to that end, I actually also bought a real life paper pattern. Long time since I've done that. Tilly and the Buttons, which is another company I've never used before, the Marni blouse. And again, if you'd seen yesterday's video, you can see all of the things that are going on there. There's the shoulder detail, there's detail up here, there's volume. I would tuck this in on my body. I love particularly, let me see how close we can get. But if you know the Marni blouse, it's got this fabric manipulation where you do pleats. I'll see if I can get a better picture. You do pleats and then you sew them in alternate directions so they kind of flip flop. You'll be seeing a picture which is a better description than that, and I would love to have a go at that, and I really like that effect. So I bought the Marni blouse partly because I've never done a Tilly and the Buttons pattern and they have a really good reputation, and also because, well, also I love the pattern. I didn't just buy it because I thought they're a good company, I'll randomly buy a pattern. The only thing that holds me back from this being definitely a Marni blouse, well, it's 2 things. I don't think this fabric's going to press brilliantly because it's synthetic. It presses in a medium way, I'd say. I've managed to put a centre crease back into it after washing it, but it's not the crispest. And for those pleat things, you're going to need it to be really good. And the second is for the pleat details. you can see they've got 2 samples and you can't see it on the plain sample. In fact, I don't think they've done it on the plain sample, but where I've looked online, where you do those pleat details on a patterned fabric, you really lose them, which is, you know, it's fine if you still want that, it's okay, but I would really like them to stand out, and so you need it on a plain. So I am not entirely sure what kind of blouse this is going to be, but it's going to be a blouse type, top type thing in its future, one day. Second to last, can we just have a moment for the colour? Oh yes, I love you, colour, you are the best. This is just everything. I did not need this, I simply wanted it because the colour is amazing. It's a polyester crepe, I would say. It's got a beautiful weight and drape, and I think I'm going to go and try and get like a cord type thing going on out of it. So probably Jenny trousers, so the wide leg trousers of my dreams, but not as wide as the Samara, and then the same cord itch to stitch top that I showed you, the Madeline top, with what's left over. That is my thoughts on this. So that, yeah, but I nearly didn't buy this, and the sales assistant in the shop was very clever, very kind, but very clever. I was already carrying 4 bolts of fabric. I couldn't pick up any more. I clearly couldn't pick up any more, but I was still struggling with this, and I'd just kind of thought, no, leave it. Don't spend any more money. It's already costing quite a lot. Walk away. It will still be here. All the things I was trying to say to myself. And the shop assistant walked past and she said, oh, can I help you with that? I can just take those to the till and then your hands are free. And I paused and I went, yes, please. And she did. And then I magically had my hands free and my hands could pick up this fabric, take it to the till, buy it and bring it home. And I'm not sorry, because it's lovely, really lovely. And it's going to make some brilliant trousers. It's nice and opaque as well, which obviously for trousers is an important thing. Don't want any pant showage. So yeah, polyester crepe, but great drape, great colour. So I bought that. And it probably goes rather beautifully with the last fabric that I bought, which is this one, which is possibly, I mean, I've just loved this fabric so very much, but this might be the best fabric I've ever seen in my whole entire life. It's just so gorgeous. And the reason it's so gorgeous is it brings together everything from my wardrobe that you'll have seen over the past couple of videos and other things I could wax lyrical about. The colours, it's got pink in, it's all the blues, it's amazing. The drape, it's so beautifully drapey, it's a viscose. It's one from Dashwood Studios, so the others are not branded fabrics, so I can't, and I just so may have a website, I don't really know, it's not their primary thing as far as I know, but this is Rachel Parker for Dashwood Studios. It's the cool colours. It's got this tiny bit of peach in, which I would edit out if I could. So it's only a 9.5 out of 10 fabric, maybe a 9.8. But other than that, it's so beautiful. It's an abstract print. It's the watery feel. I mean, it was expensive for me, and it was like £17 a metre. But I could not leave it behind. And I knew I would be so sad if I hadn't treated myself to the fabric. And like I said at the start, it's like, do you want good fabric or do you want cheap fabric? I want fabric I love as much as this. And if I love it as much as this, then I will make the sacrifice to get it. And I've already started sewing with this. And I'm going to keep that a bit secret, partly because it's not finished. And partly because I'll show you that in another video. But it's a self-drafted, well, sort of self-drafted, started from another pattern, but it's kind of unrecognisably that pattern now, blouse that is shaping up to be as beautiful as this fabric, and I'm super proud of it. So there you go, that is my fabric and one pattern haul, well, online patterns too. And it all, what I love about my sewing at the minute and knowing my style is that I can go through a shop and see things I really like, but no, I'm not going to buy them because I'm not going to wear them. And then I can see things that I know are going to work so well for me that I taking the risk of spending a little bit more money. So I spent £130 in total, 5 fabrics and a pattern. I got a lot of each fabric, more than 2 meters of everything. Except this one, I think I got 1.5 meters because it was the most expensive. But I love them all, and I know they're going to fit into my wardrobe. So later on in the month, we'll also talk about outfit building and how to decide on what you're going to make if you want to, based on whether it will fit in your wardrobe as well. I mean, obviously, the other way you decide on what you make is you go, I need that. It must be mine. And I'll work out what I'll make with it later. That's the other way we can decide. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope your 3rd of May is a good one. I will be back tomorrow. I don't know what with, but we'll probably be back in the wardrobe, I think, tomorrow. And we'll see what I'm wearing tomorrow that I try and claim is me made. And that's me. Have a good day. See you soon. Bye.